New horror story. I died and found out the truth about hell. I'm writing this from the seventh circle, and I need you to understand that everything you've been told about hell is wrong. It's so much worse than fire and brimstone, so much more creative than eternal flames. My name was David Clark, and I died 3 months ago in a car accident on Highway 101. That much is true. What the obituary didn't mention is that death isn't the end. It's an interview process, and I failed spectacularly. Hell isn't underground. It exists in the spaces between seconds, in the pause between heartbeats, in the silence between words. It's a vast bureaucracy of suffering, managed by things that were never human, designed with the kind of meticulous attention to detail that only immortal beings with infinite time can achieve. I'm in customer service. My job is to process the screams. Every cry of anguish, every sob of despair, every shriek of pain that echoes through the circles gets catalogued, filed, and redistributed to maximize psychological impact. We have quotas. I'm currently behind on my monthly targets because I keep hesitating when I see familiar voices in the queue. Last week, I processed my mother's screams from when she found my body. They made me listen to the recording 47 times, categorize the specific notes of maternal grief, and then assign it to torment other parents in the third circle who were being punished for neglecting their children. The irony is intentional. Everything here is. The thing that manages my department used to be human, maybe 1,000 years ago. It still wears the shape of a middle-aged accountant, complete with wire-rimmed glasses and a tie that never sits straight. But sometimes the mask slips and you can see the writhing mass of what it actually is underneath. Thousands of faces, all screaming, all trying to push to the surface. David, it said yesterday, adjusting those glasses with fingers that had too many joints. Your efficiency ratings are concerning. Perhaps you need motivation. They showed me the incentive theater. It's a vast amphitheater where they stage live performances of your worst memories, but with subtle changes that make them infinitely worse. I watched my 8th birthday party, but in this version, none of my friends showed up because my parents had forgotten to send invitations. I watched my first kiss, but the girl recoiled in disgust and told everyone at school that I smelled like death. These become real, my supervisor explained as I watched a version of myself being rejected from every college I'd applied to. Every performance overwrites the original memory. Soon this is all you'll remember of your life. The good memories disappear, leaving only the failures, the rejections, the moments of shame. But that's just orientation. The real punishment comes later. They assign me to the empathy engine, a massive machine that looks like a pipe organ made of human bones and nervous tissue. My job is to play it, creating symphonies of suffering that resonate through all the circles simultaneously. Each key I press sends specific types of pain to specific souls. The C sharp of betrayal, the B flat of loss, the discordant E of physical agony. The music is beautiful. That's the worst part. The combinations of human suffering, when orchestrated properly, create melodies so hauntingly perfect that they would make angels weep. I find myself composing new pieces during my breaks, experimenting with different combinations of torment to achieve just the right emotional resonance. I'm getting good at it. Too good. Yesterday, I created a piece I call Maternal Grief in F minor that combines the sound of a mother losing her child with the harmonic undertones of childhood innocence being destroyed. The resulting melody was so exquisite that every demon in the building stopped their work to listen. My supervisor promoted me on the spot. "You're developing an artist's touch," it said, and when it smiled, I could see all those trapped faces underneath smiling with it. "We might have a permanent position for you." That's when I realized the truth. Hell doesn't just punish the wicked, it converts them. Every soul here eventually becomes part of the machinery, another cog in the infinite engine of suffering. The demons aren't fallen angels, they're graduates. Former humans who became so good at inflicting pain that they forgot they were ever victims themselves. I can feel it happening to me. Each day I care a little less about the screams I process. Each composition gets easier to write. The faces of the suffering become less human, more like instruments in my orchestra. This morning I was assigned a new project, the recruitment division. They want me to compose pieces that will leak into the living world. Music that sounds beautiful but carries frequencies of despair that drive people to suicide, to murder, to the kinds of sins that guarantee them a place down here. It's expansion marketing, they explained. Hell is growing and they need more staff. I've been given access to every streaming platform, every radio station, every concert hall in the world. My melodies will play as background music in elevators, as hold music for customer service calls, as the soundtrack to romantic movies and lullabies for children. The beautiful thing is, no one will know they're listening to the songs of the damned. They'll just feel a little sadder, a little more hopeless, a little more willing to give up on everything good in their lives. I'm already working on my first piece, a simple melody that sounds like a music box, the kind you'd give to a child. But woven into its innocent notes are the frequencies of abandonment, of trust betrayed, of love turned to ash. Parents will play it for their babies, and those children will grow up with an inexplicable sadness that they'll never be able to explain. It's going to be my masterpiece. I'm writing this letter because I want you to know that when you hear music that makes you feel hopeless, when a song comes on the radio and suddenly you're overwhelmed with despair for no reason you can name, that's me. That's my work bleeding through from the underneath. And here's the beautiful part, the part that makes me smile even as I write it. You'll never be able to unhear it. Once these melodies take root in your mind, they'll play on repeat in the quiet moments, in the spaces between thoughts, slowly wearing down your resistance to the inevitable. Because everyone ends up here eventually. The only question is whether you'll arrive as a customer or as management. I'm composing a piece just for you right now. A personalized symphony of every fear you've ever had, every doubt that's ever kept you awake at night, every moment of shame you've tried to forget. It's playing as you read these words, carried in the rhythm of your heartbeat, in the pattern of your breathing. Can you hear it? It's beautiful. Welcome to customer service. Your call is very important to us. Thank you for listening. If you really like this story, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more daily horror stories. Thanks.